Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz alongside Ashley Sinner. We're at the eerily quiet Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. They are just as affected by this COVID-19 outbreak as everybody else. Ashley is a regular contributor to the program. We are here for any multitude of reasons, but the first thing, obviously, Ashley, we want to talk to you about is you're closed.
Yeah, that's right. As of today, or I guess Tuesday, we are closed in cooperation with the state and local governments to try to help curtail the COVID-19 spread. So our museum and Wells House facilities are closed to the public, and we will reevaluate that going forward.
And this decision was somewhat forced upon you, but you were already in that thought process before the governor issued his declaration.
Yes, I feel like we've been meeting and talking about these things for weeks, and we had last week already canceled our upcoming programs and events and tours through April 5th, and we're planning to reevaluate the next set of things on the calendar. So we will keep the public informed on when we will be able to reopen, but we believe this is the right decision for the safety of the community.
And it makes perfect sense from a staff standpoint. How are they handling this? Because this place is usually teeming with people. You usually have field trips and the kids coming in and everything. Are you guys okay with this? What's going on? Or how you doing?
Well, I think we're in the same boat as everyone else.
Yeah.
Everyone is in this, social distancing
Yep, that's
thing.
why we're 6 feet apart here.
And so we just take it one day at a time. I think everyone knowing something was coming, but not sure when, and we're hoping to stay open to the public with some extra precautions. And then when the governor made the announcement Monday, we knew that it was time that,
Was the decision, did it boil down to Kenny Sturgeon's final call, or was it the board, or was it a group effort to say, okay, we have to do this?
I think we all kind of knew, but yeah, Kenny talked to the board and got approval, and then we went forward and sent out the announcement. Yeah.
So I guess the next question is, do you have provided that maybe after this 2-week moratorium, or it could be a little bit longer, do you have any idea where you might be open to the public again, hoping that everything works itself out, or you just have to play that by ear?
Yeah, we're just going to keep evaluating this situation. We will make announcements through our website and social media and newsletters about any changes coming up with either extending the closure or when we are able to reopen and bring the public in.
We were supposed to talk, Ashley and I, we had this pre-scheduled to talk about Night at the Museum, which
That's
of course
right.
is...
Yes, it is postponed. We do have a new date of May 30th, so you can save the date for now, and hopefully we'll be able to hold it then. And most of the vendors have already reached back out saying, yep, they're good to go on that date. So we're hopeful that we will be able to have that event then, and we're really excited about it. It's going to be fun.
As you probably have figured out, Ashley and I are sitting on the stage next to the historic pipe organ. Hopefully, if everything works out, there's going to be some remodeling and some expansion going on here, right?
That is right. I haven't even sent the press release out for that yet.
But it's in the hopper, correct?
That is right. We did get in the state budget for their supplemental budget this year, and we got some funding to completely remodel, to do a big remodel here in this community space to make it more usable and available to the public. So yeah, exciting.
I've got ahead of Ashley a little bit on her press release, and I apologize
No, it's okay.
for that. So outside of Night at the Museum, what other specific exhibitions or programs are either going to be postponed or not going to happen for the foreseeable future outside of Night at the Museum?
Yeah, our environmental films, some of them will be rescheduled. Hopefully most of them will be able to just be pushed back to when we can hold them. We're working on, while the facilities are closed, the staff is still working on-site and off-site, and one of the things we're trying to do is come up with ways to bring the museum to the community even during social distancing. So we're working on some digital content. We'll have some videos that kids can do makerspace projects with materials they have at home, and they can watch the project and learn how to do them, and some tour ideas that we have coming up. So we're still working on things here, and for any programs that they're either being rescheduled or canceled. We're rescheduling as much as possible, so we'll see where it all pans out in the end.
And to that, and there's a lot of unknowns, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of unknowns for everybody, so everybody's in the same boat here as far as that's concerned. To that end, there's another reason that we're down here. We're going to take a video virtual tour ourselves after we come back from the commercial break. What are the folks going to see?
Yeah, this year is the 41st annual high school art show, and it just recently opened to the public, and not everyone got a chance to come see all the high school art, and it's from the whole region, and we had awards and winners, and so we had been telling people, even though some of the events surrounding that had been canceled, that they'd still be able to come and see it, and then that changed. So we're happy to have you here today, and Casey Koski, our curator of exhibits, is going to take us on a tour so that everyone can see the wonderful art that the students have created.
And that's what we're going to do. When we come back, we're going to get together with Casey, and Casey's going to walk us through the 41st annual high school art competition.
Art show, yep.
Art show. Is this a judged show?
It is a judged competition, and the award winners go on to the state level over in Olympia. I'm not sure how we are as a state moving forward with that, but maybe Casey knows a little bit more. I have a feeling we're still playing that by ear. So
as we all are.
Yeah.
Life right now is being ad-libbed.
And maybe it'll be a digital show. I don't know how it will be.
Okay. So when we come back, we're going to take a virtual video tour because, well, under this day and age and the times we live in, this is the best we can do right now. We're at the
and that's pretty awesome that we can do it. Yeah.
I feel special for coming into a closed facility to do this. So we're going to do that when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Currently, we're hosting the 41st annual Regional High School Art Show. This art show includes students from all of ESD 171 here in North Central Washington, and essentially that is the Wenatchee Valley area, all the way north up to the Canadian border. So we have about 190 pieces of artwork from 15 different schools in our area. So we're going to take a little look around the gallery and maybe show you some of the award-winning pieces. So we judge this show in 7 different categories. Those categories are three-dimensional work, digital arts, drawing, mixed media, painting, photography, and printmaking. And there are also some Best of Show awards, which means those pieces that will travel on to represent our ESD at the state level. Now, with everything that's going on, there may be also some changes to the format of that art show, but details are yet to come to light. So on this side of the gallery, we start with some of our photography pieces, and of course there's 3D scattered throughout. Our first place in the photography category and a Best of Show piece that would be honored at the state level is here in front of us. It's called Depictions of Lunacy by Kaylee Bauer of Eastmont High School. And it's a triptych, which means it's 3 separate pieces entered as one. So in this corner of the gallery, we have a grouping of our pieces that are mixed media. There is even one that was made by an Okanagan school student that's going to be installed on their school grounds eventually. So the 3D category, or three-dimensional artwork category, includes all forms of sculpture. We have sculptures that are made of everything from ceramics to paper. It also includes some jewelry pieces this year. We've got some really interesting pieces, like, of course, the one we saw a minute ago that was made of metal, some that are made of different types of foam and other types of sculpting materials. So in the three-dimensional category, just about anything goes. This piece actually just won our second and final week of People's Choice Award. It's called American Totem, and it was by a Wenatchee High School student. Her name is Leila Fisher. She chose to make a sculpture purely out of trash. And I think the name really adds quite a lot to the meaning that she intended. So we have two pieces on this wall that had taken some awards. There are two really fascinating drawings here. One of them received a second place in drawing, as well as a best of show. And the other one is a People's Choice Award winner, again this week. Drawing's a very popular category, and we've had about 45 different drawings submitted to choose from. I think it's interesting in this series of portraits here on this wall that there are a couple that appear to be from a very similar assignment. You know, maybe one class at a certain school has to do an assignment based on very much positive and negative shapes, or that high contrast lighting, and it has to be a portrait. So there are three that appear to me to be from the same assignment. So this is kind of our last grouping of drawings here that were submitted. In all sorts of different materials. Some people choose to use scratch board, some are in charcoal or pencil, some are in colored pencil. Makes for such an interesting variety. So this wall over here has our submissions in digital art. Digital art can encompass a lot of different things. In years past, we've had videos, we've also had 3D printed work, but all of the examples here this year were created using the assistance of a computer in some way, shape, or form. Along the back wall, we have our grouping of paintings. There'll be a couple of different award-winning pieces in here. One of them I also misplaced while hanging, and it was a winner in the mixed media category, but was hung with the paintings, so my fault, sometimes that happens. We'll also see some more of the three-dimensional category in this grouping. So our last grouping, last category that we jury in was the print category, printmaking. It's a technique that has many possible ways of producing a piece of artwork. It's a really small group. We only had 4. Our bright blue wall here as you enter, I always have to sort of pick a theme, not so much based on the categories. This year we had a lot of portraits, and so there's a variety of portraits that I thought were all quite fascinating. Here, hung on this main entry wall, it's sort of the first one that you see when you come in, so kind of as our parting shot. There's a couple of winners along the wall and a few other just very beautiful portraits. I'd like to say thank you to all the teachers and students who've participated this year. I'm so sorry that you can't come and see the show. It's quite lovely, and we enjoy hosting the show every single year. It's museum staff's, I think, favorite exhibit every single year. So thank you for your hard work and contributing, and I hope with all the free time, maybe some of you are making art.